Probably sit back down now.
And so I very much hope that if there is a lifting of the arms embargo, it's certainly not in the immediate future. But in the end, there may come a time when all the avenues towards a peaceful resolution of the problem have been exhausted, and that the international community may decide to go to a war option. And I think that would be sad if it happened, but it may happen in the end. There's a limit to everybody's patience and a limit to the number of resources that one can contribute to a peacekeeping mission. We've already lost over 300 people killed in former Yugoslavia, and of course many others injured, and of course the costs in terms of resources has been absolutely enormous. I think you're always going to get some local reaction. I hope very much that that's all it is, that it isn't some considered strategy to try and drag us into some form of war. We are not here to fight a war. We are here working for the people of this country, impartially. But I think the idea that we should start fighting a war when we are here in white-painted vehicles deployed throughout the length and breadth of this land is really not a thing that we could do as the United Nations. It would have to be another force that came here to do that. Well, it's quite dire at the moment. They're running very short of food. They have limited medical support. The locations they're in are all in areas where there is fighting going on, and their position is quite precarious, and we are working extremely hard to try and resolve, first of all, the conflict there, to try and create a ceasefire in Bihac, and secondly, to start delivering aid to the people there who really haven't had much aid throughout this summer. It's certainly an option in which we're looking at the moment. As I say, there's an awful lot going on here. But in the final analysis, as peacekeepers, we cannot enforce the end of fighting. And if one side or the other determines to go back to a policy of war, there is very little we can do about it other than point out the consequences, likely consequences of their actions and decisions that will be visited on the heads of their people.